Hi, do you want to future ready your team? Do you want to know the 4 key questions that you need to ask in order to get your team ready for the future? If yes, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Dickson, and today I want to share with you 4 key questions that you need to ask yourself and your team so that you can prepare your team for the future. Now, before I proceed, let me suggest that you click the subscribe or the follow button so that you can receive continuous update from me. Now, why understanding these 4 questions are important to you? Because we are now into this digital disruption and digital transformation, and it is absolutely critical that you and your team evolve and get ready for the future. Now, a lot of times my clients would say, oh, I found it very overwhelming to cope with the digital transformation. It seems that there's a lot of new technology, new things happening. So how should we proceed? Shall we get a consultant to come in immediately to help us? Then my suggestion to my clients always is, before you get a consultant in, make sure that you know the following 4 key questions. Because these 4 key questions are very important for you in order to chart out your digital future. And what are these 4 key questions? Question number 1 is, what should we stop doing? What should we stop doing? That means you have to ask yourself and ask your team, right, what kind of activities you should be stop doing. That means don't do this anymore. And the second question is, what kind of tasks or what kind of activity can we outsource to technology, right? Be it robots or machines or whatever. So what kind of activities or what kind of tasks can be outsourced to the technology? Okay. And the third question is, what are the new tasks or new activity we should start doing? And what are the new tasks and new activities we should start doing? Because this question will help your team to become critical clear about what is the new value proposition. Okay, that means what are the new areas that your team can add new value. And last but not least, the 4th question is, how can we leverage on technology to help us achieve what we want to achieve in the future? How can we leverage on technology to help us achieve what we want to achieve in the future? So that means you need to look at what are the new tasks, new activity you need to do, and need to make sure that you are leveraging the help of new technologies. So let me give you an example. So let's say you are the HR leadership and you are managing the human resource department, and how can you apply these 4 questions to make sure that your HR team is future ready? The first question is, what should we stop doing? What should we stop doing? That means you need to look at your HR team's activities and see what kind of new things is more relevant to you and what kind of old things you should stop doing. So in the case of HR, let's say if you're doing employee onboarding, so maybe you should stop doing those like manual paper-based onboarding process or those staff manual. So you should stop doing all this like tedious admin thing. So this is the first question, right? These are the things you should stop doing. The second question is, what kind of activity you should outsource to technologies? So in the case of HR, right, for the onboardings, you may want to outsource this activity to an onboarding app on a mobile phone, or even like outsource this to the robot in which they will provide some standard answers to your employees' inquiry about onboarding. So that's the second question. The third question is, what are the new activities you should start doing? That means as HR, you need to think about what are the new value proposition your HR team should embark on, right? What are the new tasks? So in the case of HR team, right, you may want to start to move up the value chain and start to do more like a future manpower planning, okay, rather than doing the manual staff onboarding. Right? So that is the third question. You need to find out what are the new value propositions. And last but not least, the 4th question is, how can you leverage on technology to help you achieve what you want to achieve? So if you are the HR team, you want to build up your capability in terms of like a future manpower planning, then you may want to leverage on some of the HR technologies like predictive analytics to look at what are the supply and demand for a particular talent role in the future. So this is the fourth question, right? You should leverage on technology to help you achieve what do you want to achieve. So I hope this video is something useful to you. And to recap, the fourth question is: number one, what are the things you should stop doing? Number two, what kind of activities you should outsource to technology? Number three, what kind of things you should start doing? And number four, how can you leverage on technology to achieve what you want to achieve? So I hope this video sharing is something useful to you. If you like this video, make sure you share with your friends and colleagues, and make sure that you click the like, comment, and share button. Once again, this is Dickson Tang, and embrace the future. Cheers.